Hello guys, this is Kanye. Welcome to our After Effects class. This is our first class. So in this class, we'll talk about how to get started with After Effects. And I would want us to take it step by step because not everyone is very familiar with softwares like this and all of that. So we would actually do like 10 things in one class, but I want not to do that because so that people who are not familiar with, they will not be confused. Okay, so today we'll just talk about panels, workspaces, and some important preferences you should have before we start creating any kind of motion graphics videos. Okay, so when you open your After Effects, this is After Effects 2023. Okay, so when you open your After Effects, you're going to see new composition. So you click on it, you're going to have this interface here like this. So After Effects interface is very easy and simple to use. Okay, so in After Effects, we have three main panels. We have the project panel, which is the panel at the left here, the project panel. This is where we import our graphics, import our Illustrator files and footages and all of that. Okay, then we have the composition panel, which is our viewer, where we see whatever we are doing, just like your monitor, your screen. Okay, then we have the timeline. So this is where we work on layers and all of that. Okay, so these are timeline. We're going to go deep into all of this in the next videos or classes. Okay, then we also have the auxiliary panels, which are the panels here, the auxiliary panels. This panel, they help us to work faster and find what we are looking for. So they are very easy. Okay, so they're very easy to use and all of that. So they help us find what we are looking for. Then aside from that, when we put all these panels, this project, composition panel, timeline, auxiliary panel together, that's what we call a workspace. Okay, so a workspace consists of your panels. Okay, so we also have other workspaces based on what we want to do or the kind of motion graphics we want to create. For example, this review here, we have a default workspace, this one here. So in case you mess up any of the workspace, you can come to default here and go to reset to save the layout to come back to your default setting. Okay, then this review here is used when you want to review a project with another person, maybe another partner or something. Okay, that's what they do. So we have small screen, you know, many work like that it's the workspace are set in a way that you can use it for some kind of project you want to create. Okay, and when you come to this arrow, you have other workspaces. Okay, so for 2025, all panel is the best workspace you can use for 2025. All panels. Okay, all panels. So I'll just stick to my default workspace. Okay, so then let's go to some preferences we should know about before we start creating video in the next class. Okay, so if you are using Windows, you come to edit, then go to preference. If you are using Mac, you go to After Effects. You're going to see After Effects at the top here like this. Okay, so you come to window, you come to edit, you click on preferences, then you go to general. Okay, so when you go to general, in the first place you are going to see default spatial interpolation to linear. Okay, you are going to uncheck it. I have checked it. I'm going to uncheck it. What this does is that it makes all your interpolation, that's your movement, let me put it that way, your movement, the way your layers are going to be moving on the screen. Now this is motion. Okay, it makes them to be linear. So we don't want them to be linear, we want them to be curves and all of that. So let's be the one to set it by ourselves, not that everything is just linear. Okay, also this default position property to separate the dimensions, also make sure it is unchecked. Uncheck it. Then you go to display. On your display, you see this motion part. Many times If yours is new, you see that it is checked one is not no more than 5 keyframes. So put it on all keyframes. Okay, let me go again. On general, make sure that default spatial interpolation to linear and default position properties to separated dimension is not checked, unchecked. Then go to your display, your motion part, take it to all keyframes. Okay, then when you are done, click OK. Okay, so when we are done with this, then we are good to go to start creating videos in our next video. So in our next video, we're gonna start with creating simple motion graphics videos in After Effects. It's very, very simple, no complex stuff. It's very, very simple. Okay, so see you in the next class.